Hi YouTube, this is Darkon633, and today I'm bringing you a very special review. This time we're going to take a look at the Cross Changer based in the device used by the Jetman from Choujin Sentai Jetman. For those who don't know, Choujin Sentai Jetman was the Super Sentai season that was airing in 91 that predated Koryu Sentai Zyuranger. Now Saban did not adapt Choujin Sentai Jetman into Power Rangers, but the following season, Koryu Sentai Zyuranger was adapted into the first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this is actually a really cool changer to actually get a hold of. Now, the changer itself is very limited to what it does, since it is an early Showa Sentai changer, but it's still cool for what we got. We're going to take a look at the box more closely before anything else. The box is pretty good, although it is a bit yellow from here to there, especially in this area and a few other places. It's actually in a really good condition for something as old as it is, and I'm really happy to actually get a hold of this release. Anyways, we'll now take a look at the changer outside of the box. Now that we got the changer outside of the box, we're now going to look at the contents. The main contents of the changer are both sides of the bracelet. This is the side that's used for communication and also for the actual usage inside the mecha, since this piece would actually be removed and put inside the console inside in order to initiate scramble wing, etc. However, this is the only side that has electronics. Unfortunately, which is kind of weird, the actual side that they use to Henshin has no electronics whatsoever. While they could do what it can in the show, which we'll look at in a minute, the overall part here has no electronics, and that is a bit weird. One thing also to note is that, if I remember correctly, this actually has a factory put-on sticker, but mine didn't actually have it, since it is a used item to begin with, so it might have torn out over time or whatever various reason. It is a bit dinged up as well. It's got a lot of paint wear. While this side is in a much better condition from what I could tell, there is a little bit of paint wear, but not by a whole lot. This side had most of the damage, as you can see, especially down here. It has a lot of paint wear, but it's not the worst. I actually had to apply some of the stickers, and it was actually kind of surprising to see the stickers still inside the box with the sticker sheet. The few stickers I actually had to apply that wasn't attached originally was this sticker here for the console. Obviously, it's just for looks, and it doesn't actually have any function there. And the sticker right here. So it's pretty cool that it has it. Another thing to notice that for those who have possibly the Dino Buckler or the Dragon Buckler, this sticker here is very reminiscent of the one used in Zyuranger, since ironically they also had very similar colors for their Senshi / Rangers. Now we're going to take a look at the functions itself. This, as I mentioned earlier, is the one they initiate for the Henshin. So, here we go. Cross Changer! So it can actually spring out the symbol used during the Henshin. So that's cool that I actually can do that, but it is weird that it does not have any electronics. What could have been done is that it probably had some light gimmick or something in there, but obviously that was not included on the changer. This side, though, does have electronics. Another thing to note is that when I originally got the changer, I thought this piece was actually spring-loaded as well, but it's not. Actually, this is just a single piece that you just pull up. So that's kind of cool, actually, although it is weird that it's not spring-loaded. The electronic gimmick activates when you press this, and at the bottom here, this is where you actually place in the batteries, and it actually uses really old-style batteries that aren't really used as much nowadays, although it is still used in some electronic devices and cameras and so on. This actually uses 1.5-volt batteries, which are the N-style batteries, so that's pretty weird that it uses that, but it is a toy from the 90s, so I can understand. Anyways, we'll now activate the only electronic gimmick the set includes, and that's this. It's so cool that it actually works after all these years. It doesn't look like there was any corrosion or anything in there. It's actually a really good condition changer in general, but that is all the actual electronics it is. It's still cool that it has it and the fact that it works, but in terms of electronics, that's it. You can also remove this, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, for the scramble wing, although there isn't anything to actually attach this to, but in order to be accurate, it is cool that you can actually remove that. The electronics still working with it off. And this is where the electronics actually go through, because here, when you pull it up, although it's kind of hard to tell when it's attached, this is actually a translucent piece. And the lights actually go through this piece here, so it's nice that I actually can do that. It also has a reflective surface like a mirror, so that's kind of cool that it actually has that kind of design. It does have the 2 straps that you can put around your arms. I did actually have to put in a extra Velcro piece because the actual standard Velcro itself doesn't fit around my arm, since I do have a little bit of a bulky wrist. But it's still nice that it still includes both of them. So that pretty much covers the Cross Changer. Since it is a really old toy style, it doesn't have many features, but it's still nice for possibly cosplay purposes or just if you're a fan of Jetman. This actual changer usually goes for a ton more than I paid for. I actually got this around the $40 range, so I got really lucky getting it. I actually had to go through a Japanese online source in order to get a hold of it. So, unfortunately, it's definitely not an easy changer to get a hold of, but if you just search around maybe like Yahoo Japan auctions and so on, maybe you'll be able to find this changer for a decent price, although it's hard to say if I can completely admit that it is an easy task. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hirotaku. Also check out Twitter under Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible. And I'll be back with more possible Super Sentai reviews in the future, but mostly Power Rangers and so on. And I'll be back YouTube, but for now, I'll be seeing you later.